Hey guys, Omni here. Welcome back for episode 12 of season 2 of The Bad Batch. Last week's episode followed off on a long left open thread from the Clone Wars regarding the captured Zilla beast that the Emperor had taken away and captured for research. We found out the fruits of that as they have successfully started cloning the thing. Imperial vessel went down and Sid got the call and was like, hey, maybe there's some stuff we can salvage there. And lo and behold, not quite. The whole crew is dead. And this creature is running amok, and the Empire is now hot on its tail. Anybody that saw this thing has been scooped up for execution, and it is captured and returned to Imperial containment back in Mount Tannis. A new director is on board who is trying to blackmail Nala Se into helping him with his research. We'll see how that goes, guys. Let's hop in. If you want to see the full length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so when you need your own footage to sync up with the time codes to my reaction the entire episode. You get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover here on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies we react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, trying to make it worth your while, so you are a good way to support the channel. And if you enjoy this reaction, guys, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really does go a long way with helping us out here. With that all said and down the way, guys, let's hop into episode 12. Here we go. The Outpost. You know, the second I heard this music, it made me think, we hadn't seen Crosshair in a minute, and lo and behold, here we are. It's funny how like a musical cue like that can just cue you in right on who you should be thinking about.
CT-9904. You're out of uniform. I'm Lieutenant Nolan, your commanding officer for this mission.
Great.
Field mission. No kidding.
Fantastic. More clones.
Problem, sir.
Yes. I don't like used equipment.
Wow.
Let's go. You got the ship.
This guy, man.
Where is your supervisor?
You must be our reinforcements. We expected you 36 rotations ago. Did you get lost?
We work on the Empire's schedule, Trooper, not yours.
It's Commander, Lieutenant.
Well, Commander, your orders were to guard and protect this facility and its cargo. Yet this outpost is grossly unguarded. Where are the rest of your men?
Dead. Hex, Beach and I, we're all that's left.
Your failings will be dealt with later. For now, I'm
Dude,
in
eat
charge
shit.
here until the cargo is transported.
I feel safer already.
Look here, clone. You speak to me with respect.
In my experience, respect is something to be earned.
Yet the Empire assigned you to this desolate rock, where you let the majority of your squad get killed.
Tell me, Lieutenant, how many missions have you commanded? That's what I thought. Boys, why don't you help the new boss get situated?
All. Fucking piece of shit brat.
You, know the lieutenant well?
For about 2 hours.
2 hours too long, I bet. So, what'd you do to get stuck with this mission?
Just lucky, I guess.
Yeah. The name's Mayday.
Crosshair.
Welcome to the Outpost.
Crosshair's journey is so interesting this season. Keeps getting paired up with people who give no shit about clones and people like him, and then we're seeing him kind of get more entrenched with the regs, and it's pulling something out of him that he's just not getting with his crew anymore now that he's separated himself. So it's really interesting to see like his perspective and his experiences, because yet again he's got another person like this and he's making another bond.
Few attacks caught us off guard. How did they bypass the sensors? Conditions have degraded our equipment, requested replacements, but got none. Yet we're told to protect the cargo at all costs. Why? What's inside those crates? Yeah, I wonder that myself. Every day. You don't know. Apparently,
Wow.
it's one of a clone trooper's pay grade.
What should be like nothing of import at all. Not something worth these lives at all.
You'll freeze to death in that armor. Either way, it'll make them happy. Vicious creatures, but you have to admire them. They find a way to survive.
Commander, raiders spotted inside the perimeter. 3 raiders are heading towards the settlement 015.
Ooh. Oh, are they other clones?
So that's how they snuck past our defenses.
Wow,
What are you
man.
doing just standing around? Those raiders stole 2 crates of cargo during that attack. Send your troops to retrieve it.
Hex and Veach were killed in the ambush. We don't have the manpower or gear for a mission beyond the perimeter, especially just to recover a few
It's
crates.
not up to you to determine what is of value to the Empire.
Then I need all your men for this mission.
And leave this outpost vulnerable to another attack? I think not. This task falls to you two, and you two alone. Recover the cargo. Is that clear?
This guy, man.
Lieutenant.
Telling you, there's a reason they're obscured like that.
Not sure what bothers me more. That he's wearing armor stolen off my men. Or that his cohorts just left him here. No point in carrying dead weight. Remind me not to die on your watch.
I mean, check his face. Is he a clone, though? We didn't even bother to look. Because I was thinking, I was like, there's got to be a reason why the forces here are dwindling, and then why Crosshair. I get why they did it. But, like, why they had to set that up to remove his targeting sensor. Because it removes that sensor removes the connection to who he sees, because it's just like a figure. There's no details, no identity. And if that explosion forced him to look at them and see them with his eyes.
This mine's a little different than ones I've seen before, but I'm pretty sure they're all the same. Guess we'll find out soon enough. What unit were you with?
It doesn't matter.
Humor me.
Clone Force 99.
What happened to them?
They're gone.
And here we are, the survivors. Combat troopers stuck babysitting cargo shipments.
A mission's a mission.
Yeah, I used to say the same thing. I should do it. Whoa, don't pick up your foot yet. Wait until I tell you, then lift it. But real slow like. I'll wait around the bend. If I don't hear a boom, then I'll know it worked.
Let your confidence
Fair enough.
work. Oh, I'm confident. I'm just not stupid. Remember, nice and slow. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Not bad, not bad. Hey, maybe they're not clones. Dude, Crosshair is a menace to anybody that's on the opposite side of him, man. Oh no.
Gear? We've been risking our lives to recover equipment we could have been wearing this whole time.
It's not
Wow.
a trip I
Wait.
get.
Oh. Oh.
New toys for the shiny new military. We
Oh.
get the scraps. After all the clowns have done, all we've sacrificed. We're good soldiers. We followed orders. And for what?
Great. Oh. Wow.
Mayday. Mayday, wake up. We have to move.
Go. I won't make it.
Oh, he's not gonna leave him behind. Dude, Crosshair, no matter what he says, like he does require companionship, or at least long for it. Though I don't know how he's trekking forward without his own helmet right now, with what we was told earlier on. Oh, wow, man.
Follow me.
I almost don't think they were meant to come back. Or expected to come back.
Step aside, step aside! About time you two returned.
He needs a medic.
I see you didn't retrieve the crates, which means you failed your mission.
Did you hear what I said? Help him.
Certainly not. That would be a waste of the Empire's resources.
He'll die.
He served his purpose as a soldier of the Empire.
You could have saved him.
He is expendable, as are you. And if you speak to me again with such disrespect, I'll see to it you meet a similar fate, clone. Now, leave him and get back to work. While you're still useful.
I like that. Because just like any other scavenger, it knows when death is near. I know it's circling Mayday's body. Yo! Whoa! Eat shit. Oh God, though, what's that gonna mean for him now? Damn, man. What I was gonna say is, like, a scavenger knows when something's about to become obsolete. This was a great way to line that up, because this is like, dude, you're on your last legs now.
Hello, CT9904.
Oh no.
Or do you prefer Crosshair?
He's in Mount Tannis now. Oh! We're gonna be in Mount Tannis eventually.
Where am I?
I'm holding you for observation. Once you've healed, the doctor will come for you. Cooperate, and you might survive.
Damn, dude. Dude, these Crosshair episodes are fucking great. They're such a good little commentary and window into the Empire and the treatment of not just veterans, but just the parallels within the universe itself of that, of moving forward, of progress, kind of the downfalls of it at times as well. And seeing like him every time we've seen Crosshair, it's been challenging his decision. The decision he made to be a good soldier. What does that mean at the end of the day? Especially when being a good soldier for people who do not value you at all. What's your breaking point going to be? And we finally saw it crossed. Haired. The aesthetic of this whole thing. I did think it would be, I guess maybe it would have been a little more heavy-handed, but it would have worked to the same point. Because last time we checked in on him too, it was learning about the increasing number of clones that continue to desert. And we come across this outpost that is not only dwindling in its people, losing their resources, clone after clone is falling, defending this thing that they have no even clue what it is. Requests for reinforcements, requests for equipment have all been denied. They are literally given a mission that is just there to occupy their time until they expire. I thought it would be interesting, and again, maybe it would have been too heavy-handed, but it would have driven the same message home as if the people that were stealing from this base were some of the clones they thought had perished at the Raiders, and that this was maybe a disruption tactic of a batch of clones fighting back. Because that's kind of what I thought. Like, when we see Crosshair looking out after the Raiders from that vantage point early on before they blew up that ship, which threw off his vision, I thought like one of the main reasons I was thinking about that is because, like, obviously when he's looking at this long range and he's using the heat scans and this thing to track the body heat to get in a shot like that, all you're seeing is a blob of energy, a mass of colors. You're not really seeing the identity. And I thought that the explosion forcing him out of that high intensity mode fakes him to look at it with his own eyes. And once he sees the detail and the thing that he was actually about to shoot at and realizing it was a clone would make him start to question what was going on. And that didn't happen though. And then we held out. We were like, oh, we wounded one and we're following, we're tracking. And I was like, we found the body. I was like, okay, this one's going to be a clone. He's wearing their clone armor. but they never unveiled them. They never pulled back the mask to even check. So they still maybe could have been, even though some of them definitely were not speaking basic once they found like their encampment. But yeah, again, they collapsed that entire cavern upon all of those guys, blew them up, didn't disregard, slaughtered them all, except for the one that tried to make off with the equipment. And I was like, oh, are they going to reveal that that one is the clone and that they just slaughtered a bunch of clones? I was like, that would have been a great reveal. But no, it was simply they were raiders, and the thing that they were protecting was just the gear for their replacements, for the conscripted soldiers that'll be formulating the Galactic Empire moving forward. And just these sleazeballs that just come out of nowhere and disrespect and try to like command and demand respect. It's just disgusting, man. And I like that he got called out on it, even though at the end of the day, Mayday still went down in the scuffle of all of this. Crosshair didn't take that lying down any further. And again, I like that. Now, I don't know if the Vulture was meant to be like Crosshair. I saw that as like that circling is like, because he said earlier in the episode, they always know, they find a way to survive in these harsh environments. And while that aspect could be indicative of Crosshair himself surviving alone in these harsh conditions, I took that as that in that moment, that was his realization that he is on death's door. He, like the other clones, are being discarded, are losing their use and their worth. And this Vulture was this guy in front of them, preying upon their achievements, their stress, their strife, their struggles, and was just willing to push them until they died and get their use out of them. But he chose in that moment to fight back with what little energy he had left. But now that has left him in a not so great position, and I have no idea what they could use him for there as part of their processes, their experiments, and who knows what else. But it brings us back to last episode and the things we've kind of building up with this, whatever the Emperor's got cooking. Can't wait to see where that goes, but it does seem like everybody is destined to be at Mount Tannis by the end of the season, because they're going after Omega next to try to go Nala Se into helping. So yeah, I wonder if Crosshair will actually join back up with the team after the end of the season or not, or if he'll die. I don't know. I don't know if you could do the fake out. I don't know if you could do the same story twice. But I think he needed a different kind of wake-up call than the rest of them did. I think it was pretty easy for the rest of them to go this choice. I think he really needed to see that the decision he made at the end of the day maybe wasn't the right one for him. Or at least that it wasn't what he thought. Because at the end of the day, he's been been desperate for camaraderie. And it's hard to find that anymore. Now, like, you know, there also always used to be that divide between the regs and Clone Force 99, you know, and we saw that in the first episode we spent with Crosshair as well, except for the ones he was working with directly, but some of the most offshoot ones, it was a little abrasive. Now it's getting to the point where there's so few clones and so few for the clones to even lean on that it seems like they just don't even give a shit anymore. A clone's a clone, a brother's a brother. And it's kind of, the Empire's breaking them down into this way where it's just like they're clinging on to whatever they can. And it's sad, man. It really is. But guys, what'd you think of the episode? Love to know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, please leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're not already. I'd love to carry on this conversation after the video. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. Before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends, Manny Sharon, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, York Korscon, Margaret Grace, Melita, Robert Anguiano, Raven McGann, Jeffrey Hale, M. Sephiroth, Jake Cantrell, Josh Lee, and Aaron Myers. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. May the Force be with you always. Take care, everybody.